Okay, so our very first one.
Yes, so to explain what we're doing in this video, we're going back and looking at our very first drawings together. So, like, this is 2 years ago-ish? About
or maybe
2 years.
like 2 to 3.
No, it's
because
2.
quarantine was like 2 years, right? Basically.
Okay, no, we were 2.
Okay, 2 years. I have bad memory.
You should trust me.
Okay, I trust you. I have faith. You could lead me down a cliff and I'd believe you.
Yes. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going back to look at our very first drawings together.
Yes.
So this is where it all started. This is where Eclo started. So we started, we've always been choosing 2 words for each of these challenges. So this one is called Ethereal Miniature.
Yeah, it was different here though because we didn't like plan our words together, so we didn't tell each other at all. We just both chose one and then bam, you had to do those 2.
Yeah, we still do that sometimes, but nowadays we choose 3 words. So we have more leeway with like something that actually works together, because as you'll see later, there were 2 words that just did not work together, we created a monster, a masterpiece. Okay, but anyways, that's the explanation. So now we're gonna start talking.
So in this one, I did the sketch. It's in a tiny little notebook, and
she used to do her sketches like on paper.
Yeah, because
I always did mine digitally.
It was for me it was weird to draw sketches digitally because I wasn't used to it.
I drew I hadn't drawn as long, so everything was awkward for me.
Yeah.
So I just decided to do it digitally. So this is the sketch.
It's so sketchy.
Yeah.
Like the lines. My god.
Oh, just so you know, this is just gonna be us roasting ourselves for like the entire video.
Yeah.
Because there were some problems.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, but like we're not there yet.
Okay.
It's okay. And then she gave it to me for line art, and oh my goodness, I don't know what I was doing. I didn't know how hair strands work, so like, what is that? What is this?
I know what this is supposed to be.
Me too.
But
that's supposed to be a ribbon.
How close was it? Okay.
No.
I can kind of see where you got it, but like.
Oh, yeah. And then I didn't understand anything. I don't know what this is. And
kind of bad flower confusion.
I used to once I did line arts, when Kay did the flats, she would fix my line art. So she did do that, sort of.
Sort of.
Didn't fix anything except for these 2 strands of hair.
I didn't have it in me, and then I was like, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, so that was a mistake.
But I fixed the bow, though.
You fixed the bow. It got better, not that much better. But it's not as bad just because she doesn't have a face.
Yeah. And to be fair, both of us had very shaky hands in the beginning, and we could not draw long lines, so everything is super short.
Yes, and Kay's pen didn't used to have pen pressure.
At all.
Yeah.
So
and then she gave it to me, and I didn't know how to shade. I used this I just airbrushed this background, and I was like, whoa, pretty colors. And then I found this Procreate brush, a default brush. I was like, whoa. Flowers. And then I didn't know what to do, so I just put airbrush everywhere.
And put some colored airbrush on the
flowers. I don't know, this grass just cuts off out of nowhere. Please don't shade like this. I don't know.
And we didn't have any colored line art here, so everything is
but that's gonna be a trend for the first a lot of drawings.
Yeah.
I think it's the first 8.
But
okay.
Learn from us. It looks so much better colored.
Okay, you can do what you want, but in our opinion, it gives a softer feel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you want to do more shading and you want it to look more, I guess more like a painting.
Yeah.
And then color line art can help with that. Black line art is really good if you want to have something that stands out.
Yeah.
And then probably some more cartoony-ish, but in our opinion, for our kind of drawings, we like using colored line art.
For what we wanted to go for.
As I was saying, what is this stem? I didn't know what to do, so I was like, oh, there's pink light. I'll just put a pink airbrush.
I never noticed that.
On the stem, and then it doesn't make sense. There's just black lines around it. Like,
look at her arms though. It's so lopsided.
her arms are not
proportion. It's
no,
okay
they're
though.
not.
It's okay.
And then but honestly, it doesn't look that bad for where we were. And like, we at the time, we were really proud of it, and we like the colors. I still think the colors are pretty. I think that's what saved it. Oh, and the fact that she has no face.
Okay, yeah, that especially. No face.
Okay, so this is Ethereal Miniature, our very first drawing together. It's historic.
Yep.
Yes, the start of Eclo.
And here will be our very first male in the next one.
Okay, and then now I'm sketching first, and as you can see, I didn't know what proportions were, what faces were.
He's so happy though. You can feel
smiling.
it. You can feel it.
Everything is slanted. I don't know what these hands. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, and there's like some random lines, but it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. Those scribbles on the back, that's supposed to be water. I like how my railing, I didn't even bother to like use the line.
Do you like how much oh my gosh. Do you like how much thicker that one is? And then all the other ones are like, I don't even know. So
yeah. And then his shoes are way too small. Caden noticed that, so they've stayed too small.
Yeah, in a future one, the same exact thing happens. We notice and still don't fix it, so...
Yeah, and then this mask is, like, plastered to his face, which both of us didn't notice either.
So we also just didn't have the skill set to be like, 3D.
Yeah, and then now it's K.
Okay, so... I had a lot of issues here. The first being these sleeves. I think that I spent like a good 2 hours in confusion. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, 2 hours over these sleeves because I didn't know how to draw clothes. I didn't know what clothing folds were.
Okay, I knew even less.
I mean, and she even like had the reference for what it was supposed to be like. In a different position though, and I could not do it.
Yeah. By the way, Kay usually spends a lot longer drawing than I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just because I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and then these hands, they kill me every single time. Like, who holds their hands like that? It's so funny. Dude. I don't know. Kay just
and for some reason I added nails.
Yeah. And these hands are not the same size. Like, I know it's because this one's supposed to be in the back, but
the rail is still through his legs.
Oh, actually, I added that when I was doing the bases, but like I was too lazy to like erase it when I exported it.
Okay.
That's why. That's actually not your fault.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. And then this is the flats.
Yeah.
There's nothing really.
It doesn't actually look that bad compared to like.
There's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We forgot to mention that he's balding.
Oh yeah. He has like a huge bald spot.
Yeah.
Like, a very high receding.
And then when she gave me it to add flats, I was like, oh my god, I can do lighting for her. So it was a trend, I grabbed a bright yellow airbrush and just like put it everywhere. And was like, wow, lighting,
so pretty. And then I got it and was like, that's amazing.
Yeah. And then she didn't change anything about it
because I was like, yeah, it's perfect.
And then all right,
wow, so different. I got a random lighting circle brush and was like, woo, look pretty. And then
a beautiful wood texture. It comes with Procreate.
I even like rotated it so that one was going the same way as the top, as you do. And okay, when we first started drawing, I was like really bad at choosing like an actually darker color because I'd zoom in so far that even a slightest bit of color difference would be like, oh my god, it's too dark. And so she would kind of blend it away, and then when you like look at the full picture, it doesn't look like there's shading. But it's okay, we grow.
But the thing is, this is still like one of our favorite ideas, and I think we didn't execute it horribly.
Yeah,
like we also really liked this one at the time.
It encouraged us to keep this thing going, especially after the next
I still think it has a nice atmosphere. Yes. But actually we're redrawing this one right now. So stay tuned for that. Ooh. Hopefully it comes soon. But these take us like a really long time.
Yeah.
I think this this one took like 14 hours ish, I think. Yeah. And that's like less than usual. Yeah. All right, next one. Oh, wait, we forgot to say what the words were for this one.
Oh.
The words are fairy lights masquerade.
Yes.
Yes.
And we realized that it's more like light bulbs and not fairy lights.
But I didn't know what fairy lights were, so I drew light bulbs and then we didn't change it.
Yeah, so...
But anyways, so the next one is our least favorite drawing ever. And it all started when our words were gumdrop and apocalypse.
Yup.
And clearly those words don't fit together, like at all. But we were determined. So we were like, oh, okay, she's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, she has like a scythe. Wow.
And there's gonna be gumdrop zombies. And she's gonna be in a city. I don't know why we chose a city.
I feel like it was just because, you know, when you're in an apocalypse, where else would you be?
Like,
a city?
I don't know, like a wasteland.
And like
somewhere without buildings.
Yeah.
And we realize now that she's like a giant. We actually realized at that time too. And like every like next one, look. So we do the line art, she shrinks. We do the flats, she shrinks again. But she's still like a giant.
I'm in so much
we
pain
didn't
looking
we
at
didn't
this.
we didn't know perspective, so
And as you can see in like the very beginning, I was struggling so hard that I actually used a different piece of paper to draw her and then drew the background and stuck her on it because I was like, yeah.
I think we can just go to the final one for this one, and then we can just pour out our feelings about it. So that this is me coloring, by the way, and there was a point in my drawing career where I just like slapped random textures on everything and thought it was super cool. So you can see I put random like splatters everywhere.
Yeah.
And then this like random brush. I think this is the same brush I used for the flowers in the first one.
It worked once, it'll work again.
I think it's called Dove Lake. I really liked it and I would just put it everywhere. It's like on the ground and like the ground, there's no shadow between this thing she's standing on and the ground. Oh, and the fire. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just kind of just blended it out and was like, yes.
I mean, honestly though, I don't know if it would be that much better if we attempted now. Like, it'd be a little bit better.
It would at least be a different shape.
Yeah.
And please, guys, look up references for your like things you want to draw, especially if you're not really sure what it looks like, because it really
just
helps
so much.
Yeah. And then we didn't get perspective on the buildings, and like once again, there's just airbrush everywhere, and it doesn't really make sense.
This is us right here. these two guys, that's us walking up to the next one.
Yeah, so this is our least favorite drawing because
oh my god, there's like a tiny car.
Yeah,
what happened to the bottom?
Oh.
Okay.
Because she like the words don't match. There's no atmosphere. She's just standing there. Her nose, I don't know what's going on with her nose.
It was like an awkward art stage.
There is an even more awkward art stage tuned into our next video.
Yeah.
But this is just our baby period. We're babies. We're just learning
how to art.
Yeah. We're having an adventure. And our clouds. Honestly, same.
Yeah.
Everything just looks really dusty. I think something about my early throwing airbrush everywhere just makes me think of like if you just like threw chalk at something and just smeared it everywhere and called it a day.
Lighting.
Yeah. And then once again, especially here, the black line art really makes it like harsh, like way too harsh.
Yeah. It like really shows that it's like we just like added color and then no shadows kind of.
Yeah, and then we used to never put any shading on the face.
Because we just didn't know how.
Yeah. Okay, so this next one is the last one we're gonna do for this video today. The words for this one, oh my god, his hair, are underwater lavender.
Yup.
So our idea was to have this guy who's just like in a bottle, I guess.
Yeah, because I saw this like
there's
cool
ones where their hair is like floating, and I was like, oh my god, I'll make the hair float too. And I didn't understand how it worked.
Oh
so his hair is like everywhere.
He's like really,
and he has an extremely long face. And I used to just like scribble with a technical pen, and I know that like we could do it way better. Like some people can definitely sketch with a technical pen, but I did not know how to use that. Like, I wish I used something with like pressure pressure
or, like,
sensitivity,
the resistance.
Like, yeah, cause like it was so scribbly. I like didn't look up a reference for how he was sitting, so like.
Oh my gosh! And I remember the struggle with the vase, cause I was like, oh, it should be symmetrical, right?
But
I couldn't make a
couldn't
curved line.
So his torso is way too long. He should be bending over a bit. His face is super long. His hair, as we said, makes no sense.
The plant though, same.
Yeah. So and then Kay took it and she completely changed it.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't figure out what I did.
Yeah.
Which is very understandable. I like your flowers though.
Thank you.
I think they look nice.
That's one of the only things that are redeemable about this.
Yeah, tiny hands.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I first got this, I'm pretty sure I shrunk him, like your original guy, and then as I was doing it, I like tried like mapping out the body, and like this part I was like and then it just kind of morphed into what it is now.
Yeah. And then we filled in the flats. I filled in the flats and I like, oh, okay, I'll try to make it look transparent. I don't think I did super bad for like trying to do the water. I'm not sure how much better I could do now. It doesn't look good. But
I mean, it gets the idea across.
Yeah, like you can see that I tried and I like put blurry backgrounds and you can see I put a random texture again. Like it's like I'm unstoppable.
It's like on top of the actual glass too.
I put the textures everywhere.
Oh, you even did like the flowers.
Like you couldn't stop me. Me and my textures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stem. His pants are like on top of the stem.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So and then I gave it to Kay, and Kay was like, I don't know what to change.
Yeah.
So she just added blue in the water and was like.
Yeah, like. I mean, you basically did the flower for me, and then, yeah.
So, yeah. This one, we think, is, like, one of our most boring ones. If not the most boring one.
Yeah.
Because it's just a guy sitting in a vase. There's no lighting.
Awkwardly. Yeah.
There's no, like, cool. I mean, the flowers are kind of cool. I don't know. It's very forgettable.
I'd like, kind of change the color of the flowers, too, like, in the future.
Yeah, and you, like, lowered like the thing, like the brown table part a little bit. Like I just remembered that you did.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh my god, there's like a
there's a gap because you lowered it and then you didn't see there's a tiny space.
Oops.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's Underwater Lavender, our 4th drawing together, and that's the end of today's video. We're gonna be looking at our next 4 drawings next time in this series.
Thank you
because
for
we've drawn a lot
we
together.
Have.
We've currently drawn 19 drawings.
Yes.
And
each one, like each like set that we're gonna be going through is like a new era where we took a break.
Yeah. We call it eras.
Yeah.
The next 4 we didn't really take a break, but afterwards we took a break, and between those our art like improved so much.
So much.
Yes, but we call this our art baby stage.
Yes.
Because we were so excited to be drawing together. And if you have any friends who draw, we seriously recommend it. It's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's fine even if your skill sets aren't the same, because I honestly think that at least in my experience when I did this with Elle, it really helps you like push you out of your comfort zone, because like I would have never started coloring if it weren't for this.
Yes, because our ideas were to draw complete finished drawings together. Normally we're like, oh, we don't have enough time to like whatever, or like we are too lazy, but when you're doing something with someone else, it really pushes you to like do your best, really.
Yeah.
We don't think
complete it.
Complete it.
Yeah.
We don't think we've ever drawn something that like isn't reflective of where we are currently, like at our like with our skills.
Yeah.
So like even though we like can laugh at it now, we still think that we did like a good job for where our skills were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single one of these has a special place in our heart.
Yes. But let's just say these drawings aren't the worst. A lot we like
there's some interesting ones.
There's like Gumdrop Girl, like she just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But there's ones that we like cringe at more.
Yeah.
But anyways, stay tuned for our next video.
Yes.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.